when a comet comes through, it's going to leave lots of debris floating in the Earth. Okay, so if the Earth is moving around the sun, the Earth is actually often encountering these small pieces of material. So whether they're rocks, whether they're sand, whether they're made of different things, the Earth's gravity field can catch these rocks, if you want to think of them, or these iron pieces, and bring them in. So once they start into the atmosphere, they're falling just like anything would fall in the atmosphere. And as it falls, it's encountering lots of friction with the atmosphere and getting faster and faster, and they heat up. So a meteor is what you call a falling star. So it's whenever this material often left over by comets will fall into the atmosphere, and you can see meteors every night of the year. Every night there's a clear night, you will see some falling stars because there's lots of debris in space that could be caught by a planet as it's going around in that area. Because there's lots of material left over by comets in certain places, you end up with a shower. And and in very specific times of the year because it's in certain places in the path. So imagine walking around the football field over and over again, and there's a mud hole at one place. Every time you come to that place, you're going to have to walk through the mud. It's the same really idea. You've got leftover material in a certain place in space, and it's just kind of hanging out there. And every time the Earth comes around the sun in that area of space, it's going to encounter the same stuff. And so a meteor shower, there's meteor showers in various months named after the constellations that they seem to come out of it. So you have the Perseid meteor shower, the Draconid meteor shower, the Leonid meteor shower, all coming from Leo the lion and Draco the dragon, and all of these places, Perseus. So seemingly to come out of that area, it's the star constellation that you're looking at as you're approaching, as the Earth is going into that field. So they are made of different things. You can have some metal cores, so some iron and some nickel. You can have some rocky ones, and you can even have very rare ones that have some organic material, some like RNA or even amino acids that they can find that some have linked to all kinds of different theories. The most famous meteor site in America is in Arizona called Meteor Crater, and it's about 3/4 of a mile across, about 500 feet deep, and thousands of pieces of iron has been found in that area that struck it. It could have been ages ago. It's struck into various layers of the ground. Impact. There's all kinds of ejecta that comes up from a crater impact, and then a long time ago you would even have the rays of the dust as it fell from that explosion. You can see the same even with a bomb crater. A bomb goes off and leaves a crater, and you have the ejecta that comes up from it. So this is in, I think, Winslow, Arizona. In any case, it's a big tourist attraction. I'd like to go. I've never been to Arizona. We're now going to look at the dwarf planets. So Pluto is now considered a dwarf planet or a planetesimal rather than a planet. You actually have a few beyond that were one time thought of as the 10th planet. Pluto is the 9th planet, 10th planet, and then they realized that these planets are tiny. So it's funny, it is a planet because it's going to have a moon of its own. Pluto has a moon called Charon, but compared to our moon, it's a dinky little tiny town-sized moon. It is very, very small as a planet, almost like Little Prince standing on his little planet to where he could just walk around it in a minute. It's kind of the same thing. So Pluto is 1/5 of the diameter of the Earth, about half of Mercury's diameter, so really, really small. And then the 10th planet, which was named after one of the Eskimo goddesses, can't remember that name. The 10th planet also even smaller than Pluto. Beyond that orbit, you have what's known as the Kuiper Belt. And the Kuiper Belt is another asteroid belt, mostly kind of comety asteroids, so icy, rocky asteroids. And so it is thought that that's where the comets originate, that they're floating around there and they'll be tugged by gravity and eventually tugged enough to start a path towards the sun, and then it comes in towards the sun and then slung back out by the sun's gravity, and then it hangs out there enough to come back in. So you've got lots of things in the solar system that are still not well understood, and more study, more traveling. We need Star Trek. So hope you enjoyed that.